Well, hello to the Fab Five. Winnie, Sterling, James, Roman, and Cleo. Well, this is one day that I was happy to read a book. And yes, I did find some Super Pet books that we have not read yet. And one of them is about a big, or maybe a little cat. And I am going to read this. There is a dog in this story, but I think that he is not the hero. I don't know. We have to read it. But he looks a little scared. Now, Baxter thought I should put down any book that it was about a cat, but I did take out this book, and we are going to look in the book, and I will read it because, let's see, I will read it, and after I read it, you can tell me if you think it was up to the good standards of the other books we read. So I'm going to read this book, and I see that there are at least 2 cats in it, TWO, and Baxter thinks that's too many cats in this book because Baxter does not like cats. And it's probably a she cat. It might be a mom. It might be a dad. And let's see. Did I say before? Before I start reading this book, I want to tell you that I love... Who do I love? I love me. I love me. But even more than that, I love you. So, all right. So we probably have the word no in this book because somebody's got their arms crossed. Doesn't that look like she's saying no? She does. So, we are going to read this book. And we were reading other books in this series. We are up to this one. So the question today, as always, is, what is this book? Wow, look at that book. It is a story about the invisible cats. Now Baxter gets nightmares over thinking there are invisible cats in the house. Yeah, so he's not very happy I'm reading this book today. But I have not read it, so I don't know what happens to these invisible cats. So let's turn into the pages and see what's going on. All right. Well, like all of our books, we have heroes and we have villains. So, the attack of the invisible cats. Ooh. Crypto, there is a dog in it, Baxter. Crypto, the super dog, is in it. And the Space Canine Patrol agents. And the Fanty Cats. They look like villains to me. All right, so our 3 chapters are Dog Days, Perfect Plan, and The Hairy End. Well, let's see who's in our book. We have Crypto, who's the leader of the Space Canine Patrol agents. Wow. All right, So Crypto, let me read this. He can fly. He has heat vision, X-ray vision, super speed, super strength, super breath. Whew. And here we have Chameleon Collie, whose power is shape-shifting. Shape-shifting. We'll have to find out how he uses that. Then we have Tusky Husky. Oh, look at that tooth. He has a giant tusk. I guess he uses that to fight crime. And then we have Paw Pooch, who has multiple paws. Look at all those paws he has. And Bulldog, whose power is his horns. Who's this guy? Hot Dog. Oh, I love hot dogs. Hot Dog has fire. Then we have Mammoth Mutt, who can grow, super. And then we have Tail Terrier. Look at that tail. Elastic. Ooh. So, the powerful pack of pooches, the Space Canine Patrol, and it shows our SCPA, Space Canine Patrol agents. They obey the message of their sacred oath. Ooh, what's their sacred oath? Big, ooh, we know these words. Big dog, big dog. Big dog, big dog. Those are in our words. Big dog, big boy. Bow, wow, wow. We'll crush evil now, now, now. Big dog, wow, wow, wow. We will crush evil now, now, now. That's it. Oh, now we're going to look at the bad guy. Oh, the cats are the bad people, Baxter. Okay. Perfect enemy file. Fanty cats. We have General Mannix, Nintz, and Feral. And he belongs to General Zod. She belongs to Ursa. And Feral belongs to Nan. These are enemies I am not familiar with. But that's their evil pets. So here is the size of them. The people are much bigger than these pets, aren't they? So, first chapter is Dog Days. It was a beautiful day on Gygax. The planet's two purple suns beamed brightly in the clear orange sky. So the sky is orange and the sun is purple. The president of Gygax stood on a stage at the planet's biggest park. Today, she told the crowd, we honor the Space Canine Patrol agents. Everyone in the crowd cheered. Each of these amazing dogs has a different superpower, continued the president. Together they use their power to protect Gygax and the whole galaxy from evil cats. Oh, we know cats can be evil. Would you like to meet them? Yes, the crowd roared. The president turned to the curtain behind her and, come on out, guys, she said. Whoosh! Whoa, there they are. Well, there's Crypto. A dog flew out from behind the curtain wearing a red cape and a friendly smile. Crypto, said the president, leader of the Space Canine Patrol agents. Whoosh! Two more dogs followed Crypto onto the stage. The president pointed to them. Chameleon Collie can change his shape into anything he can imagine, and Mammoth Mutt can grow 20 feet tall. Wow! I can get even bigger than that, said Mammoth Mutt. Just watch. Mammoth Mutt grew and grew and grew. As she did, her fur began to shed. Soon dog hair covered the entire stage. Not again, cried Chameleon Collie, embarrassed by the mess. The bashful Bow Wow turned himself into a rug. He hoped no one would notice him under the huge pile of hair. And here comes Hot Dog and Tusky. Hot Dog and Tusky. Zoom! Two more dogs burst onto the stage. Hot Dog bowed and created a beautiful streak of fire. And Tusky Husky showed off his giant tusk. Ooh. More dogs trotted out on the stage. One had horns like a bull, and the other had 20 paws. Ooh, he was Paw Pooch. The planet's leader looked around. Hey, where is the last member of the Space Canine Patrol Agency? She asked. Where is Tail Terrier? Oh, I bet I can find him, Crypto said with a smile. He lifted his ears and listened with his super hearing. Woof, woof, woof. There he is. The super dog heard snoring. There he is, Crypto said. He used his X-ray vision to look backstage. Sure enough, Tail Terrier was snoring away. The old dog had fallen asleep while waiting for his turn. After a moment, Tail Terrier finally made his way on stage. Then the president turned to the 8 dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, where's he? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Thank you for keeping the galaxy safe, she said. In honor of your good deeds, continued the president, the people of Geox would like to present you with a special award. The president held up a gold trophy. It was shaped like a giant dog bone. Ooh, look at that. That's a trophy. Achoo! Paw Pooch let out a powerful sneeze. What's the matter? Mammoth Mutt asked him. Allergic to bones? No, replied Paw Pooch, wiping his snout. I'm only allergic to cats. Oh, look at that big sneeze he let out. Impossible, said the president. There are no cats on GX. But she was wrong. At that moment, 3 cats stood only a few feet away. But the president didn't see them. No one did, because they were invisible. Their names are General Manx, Niz, and Feral. But they were better known throughout the galaxy as the Fanty Cats. For years, these feline felons had robbed dozens on planets. Recently, the Space Canine Patrol Agency had captured the kittens and placed them in a phantom zone. The space prison held hundreds of criminals, and the Fanty Cats were now among the few that had ever escaped. General Manx had discovered a one-way exit from their jail, and the 3 had made a run for it. Once they were free, the trio created a potion to make them invisible. They planned to get back at Crypto, the dog who had captured them in the first place. We will get our revenge, whispered Feral. Right, General? General Manx nodded his invisible head. Those mutts have ruined our kitty capers too many times. Now we'll ruin their dog days. On the far side of the stage, a band was playing. No one heard the invisible cats beneath the platform. The feline felons quietly began pulling apart the wood beams under the band. Soon that part of the stage would break, and the band would tumble into the crowd. Achoo! On the other side of the stage, Paw Pooch sneezed again. I'm telling you, there are cats here, he said. No one could see the invisible cats, but thanks to some powerful noses, the Space Canine Patrol agents could smell them. You're right, Crypto said. I smell 3 cats under the stage. I smell them too, but I still don't see them, said Hot Dog. There are only 3 cats in the galaxy with big enough brains to turn themselves invisible, Crypto began. The Fanty Cats, said the tailed terrier. At that moment, the stage started to wobble. Ooh, look at this. Band members lost their balance and tumbled off the side. Mammoth Mutt and the other space canines rushed to catch them. "Invisible cats!" shouted Crypto. He flew to help the other dogs. Of course, none of the chicks saw the invisible cats. They only saw the space canines causing a mess. The Fanty Cat's plan was working. Nobody could see that it was the cats doing that. People watching think it's the dogs making all that mess. Crypto tried to explain that the Fanty Cats were to blame, but the Chiaxian did not believe him. "Invisible cats," said the president. "Well, I've never seen such a thing." Chameleon Collie was embarrassed and turned himself into a rock, and he rolled under the stage. That's the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is Perfect Plan. The president asked the crowd to settle down. "The carnival and the big feast will go on," she said. Then the president turned to Crypto. "There won't be any more trouble, will there?" "I promise," said Crypto. Crypto turned to the other dogs. "We will stop those Fanty Cats before they can cause any more harm, right?" Together the Pooches chanted their battle cry. Big dog, bow, wow, wow. We will crush evil now, now, now." When Crypto split the team in half, "You four go to the feast," he said to Tusky Husky, Tail Terrier, Mammoth Mutt, Paw Pooch. "The rest of us will protect the carnival." Swoosh! Off they go to do their jobs. Soon, half of the space canines arrived at the feast. Dozens of tables were piled with strange food, like square bananas and cabbage cheese. "Oh, look at those tasty treats," said Tusky Husky, trying not to slobber. "We're not here to eat," Tall Terrier said. "We're on patrol." Mammoth Mutt nodded. "Keep your noses open for any sight of those Fanty Cats," she barked, and the dogs lifted their snouts in the air. Sniff, sniff, sniff. "All they smell is delicious food," moaned Tusky. "Achoo!" sneezed Paw Pooch. "I smell something else. There's a Fanty Cat here, under that table." Paw Pooch reached out with a dozen paws to grab Niz. The cat skittered out the other side. As she ran, the furry feline bumped into tables. Bowls of sauce and plates of beans spilled all over the floor. Oh, she's making a mess there. "Stop her!" cried Paw Pouch. Mammoth Mutt nodded and grew as big as she could. As she grew, she shed. Her fur fell on the broccoli syrup and the pitchers of meat juice. Seeing Mammoth Mutt blocking the door, Niz dropped short. Tail Terrier whipped out his tail to grab her, but Niz ducked, and his tail hit a table, splattered marshmallow gravy all over the floor. What crazy food they're eating. Ka-splat! Niz turned and scrambled to a window. Tusky Husky leaped at her and missed and landed on a buffet. Thud! The food flew everywhere. As Niz skittered out the window, the dogs raced to follow. Then one of the Chiaxians said, "Stop right there. Where do you think you're going? You just ruined our feast." None of them had seen the invisible cat. They only saw the space canines running wild. Oh, look at what a mess they made of all that food. Weird food, though. Of course, they're kind of weird people that were going to be eating it, too. Tail Terrier said, "Oh, I hope Crypto and the others are having better luck at the carnival." But they weren't. At that very moment, Crypto, Bulldog, Chameleon Collie, and Hot Dog were following the scent of Feral and General Manx through the carnival. As the invisible cats darted under the roller coaster, Bulldog charged after them. Wham! His horns hit the ride, and it started to sway. Uh-oh. The ride teetered over the carnival's giant swimming pool. Crypto and Chameleon Collie rushed to get everybody off the coaster. Hot Dog cornered the cats with his snout. "One move and you're toast," said Hot Dog, holding up a flaming paw. Sploosh! The roller coaster fell into the pool. Everyone in the carnival got soaked, including Hot Dog, and his flame went out, and the Fanty Cats raced away. "I can explain," Crypto started to tell the president. "I don't want to hear any more stories about invisible cats," roared the president. "You've ruined our carnival, and you've ruined our feast. The celebration is over." The president took the golden bone trophy and walked away. "Wait, where are you going?" asked Crypto. "To send a message to the president of all the other planets. I want them to know that the Space Canine Patrol agents are nothing but a bunch of troublemakers. You won't be welcome anywhere in the galaxy." That's the end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3 is The Hairy End. As the president walked away, Crypto knew there was only one thing to do. "You have to give us that golden bone," Crypto told her. The president turned back to the Space Canine Patrol agents and said, "Why would I do that?" "The Fanty Cats are the ones who ruined the celebration," said the super dog. "I bet they'll show up at the Golden Bone ceremony, too. When they do, we'll catch them." "I still don't believe there are any cats at all," huffed the president. "We can prove it," said Crypto. If my plan doesn't work, I promise we'll leave and never come back." "Okay," the president agreed. "I'll give you one more chance." Minutes later, the president walked onto the stage to start the ceremony. Not a single G-Jaxian had attended the event. They were all mad at the Space Canines. No one wanted to see them get their gold trophy. Chameleon Collie was more embarrassed than ever. He changed into a chair and hid behind a table. Sitting on the empty lawn, the three invisible cats smiled. Their plan was working perfectly. "Give me a high five," said Ness. Look at that, they're giving each other high fives on the head. Ness held up a paw, and General Mix tried to smack the invisible paw, but whack smacked her face instead. "Ow," said Ness. "Sorry," said the General. It's hard to high five when you're invisible." "Achoo!" Paw Pooch sneezed. Crypto lifted his nose and sniffed the air. "The Fanty Cats are here," he whispered. "Where?" grumbled the president. "I still don't see any cats." "You will," replied Crypto. "Do your thing, Mammoth Mutt." The Space Canine nodded, and she started to grow. As she grew and got bigger, she shed and shed and shedded some more. Mammoth Mutt continued to grow, and the fur fell all over the stage. The other dog, and it fell on the dog and the president. "You're getting dog hair all over my dress," said the president. "How is this helping?" "Just wait," said Crypto, smiling. As the dog hair landed, it also fell onto the invisible cats. Covered in dog hair, the cats were now easy to see. "You were right," exclaimed the president. "There are 3 cats here." "Not for long," cried Bulldog as he rushed towards them. "Run!" yelled Nitz. The cats bolted, and Hot Dog fired a heat blast at it. The cats jumped aside and hid behind a small chair. We know who they... Look at this. Look at that. When she grew so big, all that hair fell on the invisible cats. So now we could see them. And those dogs can round them up. Where'd you go? Asked Hot Dog. And smiled. Just as she was about to slink away, the chair grabbed her because the chair was Chameleon Collie. Meanwhile, Tusky Husky chased Pharrell and Gentle Max. They raced ahead and ducked around a corner. Just then, Pharrell saw a green ball of string on the ground, and he and Gentle Max may be evil cats, but they were still cats, and they couldn't help but play with string, because cats love to play with a ball of string. Pharrell reached out to bat it with his paw, but it pulled away. He chased it around a corner, and Gentle Max followed. And they realized the long string wasn't a string at all. It was Tail Terrier's tail. He tricked them. Look at that. Look at how long that tail is. The Crooked Cats were surprised. So surprised, in fact, that they didn't see Paw Pooch until he had them wrapped up tightly with all 20 of his legs. Wait a minute, is Paw Pooch in there? Well, look at that. Paw Pooch's legs. Here's the tail, and then here's his legs. Boy, they have them trapped. Crypto pulled out his trusty pocket Phantom Zone protector. The device sent the evildoers back to the Phantom Zone. They were in prison once again. The president ran up to the Space Canine agents and thanked them and gave them the golden bone. I'm sorry I didn't believe you before. That's okay, said Crypto. I knew you would once Mammoth Mutt shed a little light on the situation. Oh, howled Chameleon, and he turned into a rock and rolled away, embarrassed by Crypto's bad joke. And that's the end. All right, so look at this. These guys were all in our story today. Yeah, these guys over here too. Oh, today we have jokes. What is a cat's favorite color? Don't know. Purple. Why do dogs run in circles? I give up. Because it's hard to run in a square. How is a dog like a nickel? Tell me. They both have heads and tails. And words we use today, allergic means having an unpleasant reaction, like sneezing or a rash to something. Bashful means that you're shy. Caper is a criminal act, like a robbery. Ceremony is an event or a party to mark an important occasion. Embarrassed means being awkward or uncomfortable. Felon is someone who has committed a crime, a serious crime. And a galaxy is a very large group of stars and planets. So those words were in our story today. And look at, we've read just about every one of those books. Actually, we have read every one of these books. All right. So, that is our story today. I hope you enjoyed the story about the invisible cat. I love you all. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.